Welcome back. Today I wanted to give you a little warning from my guru Ashokji. Lots of meditators love to get into energy as they meditate, and that can be okay. It can be helpful, and yet we have to know what we're doing. We have to be aware of some of the risks. So I'd like to share one of those with you today. So let's get into it. This happened around the beginning of my training with Ashokji. He had given me the Kriya and I was doing the Kriya, and I kept telling him all of the good results that were coming through the meditation. And a lot of these were very, very energetic. Energetic this, energetic that, feelings up my spine, feelings of a corkscrew at the base of the spine, feeling this energetic sensation. And as I was mentioning all of this to him, he said to me, okay, now that you feel all of this energy, you have to be very, very careful because you're going to be tempted to manipulate the rest of the world. See, the rest of the world is living on the surface and you're living down this deep into energy. And so it's easier for you to manipulate the world around you using energy. Now, some of this can be very good. I was just telling a story about, I mentioned to Ashokji that my daughter was having a little bit of a digestive issue with the milk we were using. And he said, well, you can Om into her third chakra, right? That's very parental, that's very fatherly. So I used energy to help my daughter with her digestion. Very, very good. Some of this is very natural, very spontaneous. So you walk into the room and you have a little bit of joy, you have a little bit of that joyous energy, and you just brighten up the whole room. It's automatic. No harm, no foul in that, right? Very, very natural. And yet when the ego comes into it, when the ego starts to manipulate everything, then it can turn very, very rapidly into a disaster. And so you want to watch out for that ego. Well, I can do it, and I can change it, and I can manipulate them. Watch out for all of that. Watch out for that selfishness and that desire to manipulate. Watch out for the big head. Oh, everybody's here and I'm all the way down here. Yeah? Pride always goes before the fall. And falling makes you humble. You realize we all have that potential to fall. I remember Ashok said to me one time, just very, very spontaneously, just out of nowhere, very compassionate, he said, you know, it doesn't matter how many times you fall. It matters that you get back up. And it really struck me, the humility and the care for him to say that to me. So watch out for all the energetic temptations, especially the big head. Oh my God, I feel all this energy. Yeah, there's a lot of people been feeling a lot of energy for a very long time before all of us. And we're just late to the game, my friend. We are so late to the game figuring everything out. And this is one of the reasons that the Kriya Yogis keep directing you towards bliss. So Ashokji always told me, look, bliss will always lead you in the right direction. Head towards the bliss. Well, first of all, there's the bliss along the dorsal vagal, right? You get into that low idle state. Maybe you feel some of that heavier bliss along the lower portion of the spine. And then finally we start heading up into the region of the heart, and it gets very, very light, a very light kind of bliss. We start heading into the heart, and there's bliss in the heart, and there's loving kindness in the heart. There's compassion, there's joy, there's equanimity. And so beautifully, the Kriya Yogis are sending you towards that. Look, if you want to know how to make sure you're on the right track, head towards those. And they simplify it. They say, just head towards bliss. But those four. Somebody said to me, it's so funny that love would be at the bottom. Why wouldn't it be higher up? Loving kindness is the beginning, and the rest of them are the growing of the same. And so it's not that you lose the love, it's that the love gains in compassion. And then the compassion gains in joy. And the joy and the bliss and the love and the peace and the tranquility, it turns into equanimity. Gorgeous, right? Just gorgeous. And if you send yourself towards those, you will always go in the right direction, because the prana, the energy, is just one layer past the body. It's not that deep. But if you head yourself towards bliss, towards the heart, you're guaranteed to be on the right track. And that's how we avoid the pitfall of energy that Ashokji warned me about. So I hope that you loved this. If you did, be sure to hit that bell down below so I can see all of you next time.